live. Yes. Yellow, 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 yellow. It is Tuesday night.
Look at Tuesday.
And that means one thing and one thing only. Tuga Tuesdays is back, brother. Liga Portugal podcast. So excited, so pumped about this round 10 in the Primera Liga. Exciting. Everything is tight. Everybody is just 1 inch apart from each other. Anybody could be a champion right now in the top 5. You see that?
Including Gil Vicente.
I threw that in there. I threw number 5, right? I gotta do it. I gotta do it, brother. I gotta do it. My Gilistas, meu Gilistas, they won again 6 in a row. They are chasing Benfica. And Pablito's an absolute fire. The hottest striker in the league, alongside, of course, with Evangelis, right? With Evangelis
the king of penalties.
Yes.
The king of penalties, right? The king of penalties. You gotta say that. But the truth of the matter is that he has 8, and Pablito has 8 too, and no penalties. No penalties for Pablito.
That's impressive right there. Yes.
That's
important to note.
And they won big last night because they didn't have Lucho Esteves, who was suspended due to a red card. But they still pull it off. They managed to win. It wasn't a spectacular win, but they got it done. They got it done as long as they keep winning in Barcelos. I'm telling you, the chances, and this is not just wearing his Gil Vicente jersey talking, that they have a real chance, a true chance, to get the number 5 and to get into Europe. So
let's see how it plays out. Yeah. So is Pablo Pena's son? I think I saw something on that.
Yeah, Derek. Yeah,
he's Pena's son, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he was a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Former Porto man. Yeah.
It's in the DNA. And
it's
on
in the
top
DNA.
of that, there's one more thing to add to increase my love for Gil Vicente.
Yeah.
There's a Peruvian player, a young Peruvian player, attacking midfielder, Vasco, so you're 19 years old, who arrived to Gil Vicente. He's yet to make a debut.
Oh, that's awesome.
At least he got into the 18. So that's something. That's something for a 19-year-old arriving into Europe. He doesn't have the Mastantuono cartel or Rodrigo cartel or whatever Hendrix cartel that I mentioned, by the way, that I saw that Hendrix was going to be a boss, and he is no longer being considered by Xabi Alonso to be in the first team in Real Madrid. So they told him, "Hey, I know we know that you love Bobby Robson, even with your father didn't see Bobby Robson, your grandparent didn't see Bobby Robson. But you like Bobby Robson. Go ahead and find out a team where you can play for Bobby." Mr. David Gomez,
yes.
Talk to me, brother. Talk to me about your Lions. Congratulations. Almost congratulations. Half of the congratulations for today's games against Juventus. But
that's a solid point.
About the league too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just with respect to the Champions League, when that draw came out, my hopes weren't too high. It's a really tough draw. So for us to have 7 points after 4 games, I mean, I would take that all day. I didn't think we were going to finish with 7 points. So I think from the Champions League perspective, that's worked out. It's worked out pretty well. With respect to Sporting and the league, there was several weeks there where it wasn't really looking that good. I don't think that, we were playing really fluid, dynamic football. I thought things were pretty predictable, pretty lateral. I don't think that we were, getting vertical enough. Then came the game against Olympique Marseille, where, I'll say one thing, that they got a hell of a squad over there. They got some players over there. I'm not surprised that heading into that game they were number 1 in Ligue 1.
Good coach.
So they came out there. They really impressed me. And obviously the key in that game was the red card. But still, we came out in that second half. We had that adversity. We were down 1-0, and the team really showed a great deal of unity. And they fought back and they won that game. Against a really good squad, even though they were playing against 10. And I think that sort of that that just changed things. You saw Sporting more confident in the games that followed that. They played probably their best game, against Tondela, where dare I say that their keeper put on a Nakamura kind of performance that night. I think it was like 12 or 13 saves, and then we had a couple of matches here with Helvetica. Both games were, I were very comfortably dominated. This last game, I know we didn't break through until the second half, but I like the way Sporting played. They controlled the match. They had several chances. They broke through in the second half. And another, because we haven't spoken in a while. I'm becoming more and more impressed with Ioannidis. I think that there's value in him. I think he complements Lucho Suarez.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to work. I had my doubts about him, but he's starting to win me over. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Okay, all right. More than Lucho, or where are we at on that?
No. I mean, Lucho is still, the threat. There's something special about Lucho. I think he's a total package. He's so strong physically, so technically gifted. That he's definitely our top striker. But Ioannidis gives you something different. Again, I talked about this on the show weeks ago about how we can't score on set pieces. Well, since the last show, we've scored in 2 corner kicks, and both of them were from Ioannidis, including the big one against Helvetica. So he gives us that element. Now we have an aerial threat. I wouldn't say that Lucho is that aerial threat, so he gives you something different. I also think that Ioannidis is really good at combining. I saw a lot of good. He receives the ball, he draws defenders, makes good passes. So this is even a guy that when the game is tied or if we're down, he's a guy that can play behind Lucho. And you drop Potts back to the midfield, back to the 8 position, and Sporting will put more emphasis on the attack. So I think that there's something really appealing about this guy because his characteristics are different of that from Lucho's. So it's nice to have both of these guys on the squad.
Different styles, different threats,
absolutely,
different options, variety. Sign me in, brother. Sign me in. If I can't win the game from the ground,
it definitely gives you a different look.
For guys, hey, every game is different. Every game is different, and you gotta use the weapons that you have. And now you know
it's nice to have that second weapon.
Your most important weapers, they work.
Yeah.
And that's the key element in here. Mr. Mauricio Ruano, so where do we go here? Do we go? We go Benfica with you, right? I want to talk about Porto because I go to the game. It's like, wow, why are you coming with Benfica? I want to go with Benfica. And of course, Andrew, I haven't forgot about you. You're going to answer that question for Andrew. Do you think Sporting fans that Porto should be deducted points for the TV, the ref room?
Listen. They should be, but they're not going to be.
I know.
They're not going to do it. It's just they're probably going to get like a slap on the wrist, and that's it, and that's all they care about.
Yeah, that's it, brother. That's it.
There's been worse things. There's been worse things, and nothing's happened.
There have been worse things. That's my thing. There have been worse things. Yeah, there have been worse things, and nothing's happened. So I mean,
right?
No, I saw the guy in the Portuguese TV saying these guys were mafia.
I do think
so brother, chill out. What are you talking about?
There are a lot of attempts of influencing things, absolutely.
Yes.
But that's been going on for decades. It's not going to stop.
It's nothing new, right? It's nothing new.
Right? Watching this game,
they're not here to defend themselves. So what are we gonna do? This is what happens, Rui, for not showing up, brother. We're gonna bash your team like there's nothing that you can do about it. You come up and defend your almighty brand. Let's go with the Eagles, Mauricio. Was this the best performance of Benfica so far this season in the league?
What, against Guimarães? No, it wasn't. I thought
that game really rubbed me the wrong way, man.
Guimarães had a better first half than Benfica did. And it came out stronger in the second half. That red card changed.
How is that? But how is that not a red card in the first half?
So
that was the blatant. I mean, if that's not a red card, then what is a red card?
For Sudakov, you're talking about?
Yeah, right, give me a break, please.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know.
That's an ankle breaker, man. I mean,
and that's what the coach of Guimarães said after the game. He goes, "If you're going to give my guy a red card just because the spikes stretched out his shorts, and you're not going to give a red card for the guy who actually took off my guy's ankle, I don't know what's going on here."
Where's the criteria?
Right.
It's,
And so
I mean, that influenced the game.
And that's the thing. It changed the game. And Guimarães came out good in the first half. They really did. I thought their best game that Benfica looked was obviously against Aroca. But again, you're playing against Aroca. So they haven't been playing up. Before that, they went up to Newcastle, which is a hard place to play in that Champions League game. It was that same week when Sporting was playing Marseille. And listen, it's hard to play up there. You could tell Mourinho went up there to try to get a point, and they just came out of there with none. And right now, the Champions League for Benfica is it's not I don't think it's their priority anymore. I think they're just hoping to qualify for that next round. But the way things are and stacking up with the points and everything, and their remaining schedule that they have left, like tomorrow's game against Bayern Leverkusen for them in the Champions League, it's a must win. If you don't get a win, these 3 points in this Champions League tomorrow at home, I think they're done. I think they're out. Even with a tie, I think a tie does not help them in that Champions League.
Imagine Alex Grimaldo scoring the goal winner for Leverkusen.
And he's a guy that wanted to stay. They didn't want to pay him. He wanted to stay, and they didn't want to pay him. And that's why he moved on. But listen, it against Guimarães, it happened. It is what it is. It was a difficult place to play. You could tell it always is in Guimarães. Derek knows this. It's one of those places like Gil Vicente Moreirense. When you go there, you know you're going into a fight. You're going to get a fight when you go there. And that's what they got. And, that red card did change the game a little bit.
Of course it
and
did,
stuff like that. But listen, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it now. I think they're going to play better. I think Mourinho still has to get a feel for the game. You can see Prestiani is now getting the playing time that he deserves. In that under 20 World Cup.
Yes,
he's showing up.
In that under 20 World Cup, I think he was Argentina's best player. Those games that I was watching, he was on the field everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's getting more opportunity. And like you said during the telecast, Strendrup, you're just not going to play anymore. You'll come in spurts and stuff like that. But that's Prestiani's spot to lose now. And I think Mourinho's trying to give him a little bit more confidence with Pavlidis to see if they can build a better connection there. I think their bigger problem is still the midfield. Like, Pereiro's still coming in. You still have Rios. Berenche is still doing all right, but I feel like they need more out of him. They need to get more out of him with Rios. And until they do, it's still going to be a back and forth. But I think they can play better. I know Mikey would know more than me, and they're probably focused on the elections more than anything. But they definitely can play better, I think, under Joe.
Yeah.
So what was the outcome from the elections? That they're
going to go to a runoff.
That's it.
There's a second.
But I know that. Mikey's been so anti-Rui Costa, but I mean, he won. He did have the most. He did have the most. So it's that he had 42% against Norona Lopez had 30.
So they won.
In the runoff, I mean, I would consider him the favorite. And it's all because the managerial move that he just made. It's always what have you done for me lately?
100%.
What have you done for me just now? And him bringing in Mourinho may have kept his presidency alive, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, he bought that, right? He bought that with
you could have bought the election right there.
Yeah.
With the special one, with a special boost for his
candidacy. Able to bring over Mourinho, I think it was
Guys, the Porto game, right? The Porto Braga game. I was really impressed with Braga. I was really, really impressed with Braga. They come out and
I'm with you 100%.
They put against Porto.
Yeah, because the Braga expected.
Yeah. And they show some flaws.
What's the last team that's gone into the Dragão and had 2/3 possession?
I know.
When was that last done? You have to go read the computer on that one, but not for a very, very long time.
Right.
Yeah. So
and you know what?
I mean, even though they didn't come with the result, I think that this is you're starting to finally see a little bit. You're starting to finally see some weaknesses. You're finally starting to see some some glimmer of hope for everybody else, because this isn't the first game. They had a very tough time in Moreirense.
Yes,
a very tough time over there. They did not create many opportunities.
All right, guys.
And
Let me talk
glancing
about
header
that game.
They got a
Let me
glancing
talk
header
about
at the end.
let me talk about that game in Moreirense, Derek.
Yeah.
I was getting the schedule on the weekly schedule, and I saw them. I said, "Where's the Porto game?" And I called my guys. I said, "Hey, I don't have the Porto game. You have the Porto game? No, I don't have it. You have it? No, I don't have it." So we're three guys, right? It's like nobody has the Porto game. What the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's Porto, brother. What are you talking about? And then one of the producers told me that Moreirense struck out a deal. TVI, is that the number?
Yes,
TVI,
with
right?
the local TV channel in Portugal, TVE.
Right.
Yes, TVI.
So they
yes.
struck a deal with them, and they're going to broadcast their home games.
Yes, all
Moreirense
season.
and Casapia.
Yes, all
Insane.
season. Yes,
It's insane.
Moreirense and Casapia.
It's the first time in a long time. It's an open channel, so everyone can see it. They struck a deal. Yeah.
I see.
And I was surprised. I was like, what the heck is going on here? But all
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
but that was at least that was a decent explanation for that matter.
Yeah.
But I missed that game. I don't guess you saw it, or how do you see that? Maurice, you're the guy, but you're the guy who gets all the
Listen,
signals.
my dad has a satellite dish that gets those international channels. Like I think it's
Yeah,
like Dish
TV, yeah.
Network. I was over there at his house checking that out.
Oh, nice.
I missed maybe the first 20 minutes because of work, and then I head right over there. Luckily, it started a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Black box.
Black box. He says
that's 90% of everybody else. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's that black box, man? Everyone talk to me. What is that black box, man?
There's illegal pirate streamers. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
There's a way around everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a way of free around everything. That is correct.
Yeah.
But how do I get that here, brother? I want to watch the Taza games here. I can't watch it, man, because
the Taza game was on BN.
That's on BN. The
BN.
Taza game's on BN.
But that don't have it in here. I think we don't have that in.
Oh, you're not BN. Okay.
Of the globe here on the southern hemisphere, we don't have.
So
that.
BN got the contract for the Taza, but I think the League Cup isn't on TV. But they got the contract.
I know. Yeah, I can't watch the League Cup games, but
yeah. The League Cup.
Though I got to see a ridiculous penalty call in the Benfica Tondela match.
Yeah.
I don't even know whatever. At that point, you just want to
that's when you see the highlights.
Walk away.
Yeah, that's when you see the highlights. And you're like, so that's what I missed. That's what I missed.
Yeah. Oh man, it was I mean, the guy from Tondela got bumped as he's falling. The ball hits his hand. They call a penalty. I'm like, I mean.
But listen,
if this is the way it's going to be now.
This game with Braga, it goes back to what Derek said. It might be a destiny for them. That word "destiny" popped in my head.
Yeah, it's when a game like that. The way they
especially the two goals that Porto got, the deflection on that first goal, would place the ball perfectly in the corner for Hornacek not to even get it, and then that second goal, total blunder by Gomez. I don't know what he's even thinking on defense, and then he slips and falls. And Borja Sainz has a breakaway. Like, if it's not meant to be for them this year, like Derek said, I don't know what else to. But there's flaws now. Yeah, there's flaws there.
Yeah, no. Finally, I mean, it's encouraging for the other teams. It's no longer these 3-0, 4-0. They're just walking through their opponents. And I think Europe's catching up to them. They're out playing during the week now. They had a really tough game at Forest, and they lost 2-0. Yeah. So I think playing during the week obviously is going to slow you down over the weekend. So you're starting to see a little bit of that. So I mean, a month ago there was no glimmer of hope. It just looked like they were just going to steamroll right through. But now at least I see that they're conceding some goals. I see that this can be a very competitive league that may come down to the end. So again, we'll see how things play out. But at least now there's a glimmer of hope for Sporting Benfica, whatever. We'll see how it plays.
I love this, Fernando, man. When Sporting and Benfica,
exactly,
long sanctions from Porto. Porto is back, baby.
Porto is back. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm so glad that so talking seriously here. I'm so glad that they're back, man. I'm so glad that they're back, and I'm so glad that they pulled this one off, because this is one of those games that it doesn't matter how you win it, you just gotta win it.
Right? Gotta win.
It doesn't matter the form. It was a late goal, a mistake. Who cares? I capitalized a mistake that you made. So you come to my house, you play by my rules. This is my fortress. I'm gonna make you pay if you even blink, and that's exactly what happened. Porto was resilient until the very end of the game, and they won it in the Porto way. Fighting, hustling. The magicians were not there. They were not there. No Rodrigo Mora, no Frodo, who, by the way, is I want to say in the third game in a row.
It's a mini slump. It is.
The ring is not. It's losing power. That ring. The Lord of the Rings. I don't know what's going on there, man. I might talk to Dumbledore or something, because I don't know. We'll see. But Frodo is kind of slowing down on his production, and that really affected Porto's trying to dominate Braga. Because when you have the options, that the Braga was so solid on defense, it was just insane. Gorby, he was playing cornerback, brother. He was Rob Gronkowski for
it was his best game I've seen him play.
He was interception after interception, dominating the midfield, and I chose him as the MVP. We got this MVP thing on Gold TV now, and there's a vote, right? So we vote about this, and I was like, what? You choose who? I was so mad. They wanted to choose Diogo Costa, man, as the MVP of the game. Really? Are you coming with this guy? No. Thank God that Borja Sainz scored the goal, because if he scored the goal winner, right, we're going with that guy. But for me, Gorby was the
Sometimes the player on the losing team's the best player
in that game for Braga. But back to the players that they're not performing up to their standards, up to their capabilities. I want to talk about two special guys for Sporting that used to bring the magic, used to bring the spark to the game, and those two wingers that one plays in one game and they sub each other. Is Geni and Kenda and Geni. You're not getting. I think it's just a thought, right? It might be the jersey number, right? When the number 7, number 10, might be some kind of weight in their backs. I don't know. I'm just messing with those guys. But talk about these guys, Derek. What's going on, man?
I mean, again, it's if you look at Jenny, we can start with Jenny. I think Jenny's always had this consistency issue. Where he's capable of these these great games, and he's come up big in clutch moments, and those moments stick with you. Those moments stick with you. He scored some big goals in the past.
Yes,
but I mean, again, massive, massive goals. But there are games where he's very quiet, and not only will he be quiet for one game, it will be several weeks where where's that Jenny?
He's not shooting like he used to, right? He's not pulling the trigger as often as he used to, right?
No, I mean, and they're playing. It's just, again, it sort of goes back to a little bit of like what these players look like, with Ruben, and what these players look like without Ruben. In that 3-4-3 system, these guys were playing, as wingbacks. They were playing, further back on the pitch, and it looked like you're getting more production out of both of them when they're back. I think you can say that about both of them, not just Jenny, but Kenda as well. In this current system, in the 4-2-3-1, these guys are playing high up the pitch. So I don't think they have been as effective as they were under Ruben's system. So I think system is a contributing factor.
It's taking a toll on
why we're not getting these consistent performances. Another thing that will affect these guys is the fact that they don't know who's going to start. Trincão knows he's going to start. Pot knows he's going to start. Jenny and Kenda, they don't know if they're going to start.
Yeah.
They don't know if they're going to start. So, when you're doing that, when you start one and then the next game you start the other, I think that's going to mess with consistency. That's going to.
If you were in that position, if you and I were in that position, I will fight my heart off for getting into the starting 11, man. You got to show up. You got to show up on training. Right?
Yeah,
training days.
Of course.
I'm the one.
I mean, a great example of that is Allison. Allison started off as the guy that probably wasn't going to play. We were supposed to get the another winger to come in, and there were talks about him playing on the B team. But Allison, what he's done is what's that?
Is this
we were supposed to bring in Jota Silva. I mean, Jota Silva was supposed to be the guy that we're going to bring in. I mean, remember the paperwork was off by a minute or whatever, and that's why he didn't show up. So that was going to relegate Allison Santos. But Allison, in those 10, 15 minutes, he makes the most of his opportunities. He has found a way onto the squad. He's the super sub. He scored the goal against Olympique. And he was the guy that came over from Union Leiria. It was only 2 million euros. There wasn't much. There wasn't really much excitement about the guy, much enthusiasm about this guy. But when he goes in there, he makes the most of his time. So yeah, obviously I like to see that from Jenny and from Kenda. But yeah, obviously there's been great inconsistency with both of them. Both of them have had great games. They haven't been all bad. But I mean, I think that the change in system coupled with the fact that there's so much, Rui Borges is, starting, starts one, then he starts another. Some guys, sometimes I know Kenda was starting for 2-3 weeks in a row. At the beginning, Jenny was the starter. So I do think this is affecting their consistency.
Yes.
That'd be how I would diagnose this thing as system change. Plus, the ins and outs. Guys going in, he starts 1 week, the other guy starts the other week. There's a lack of consistency there. It could be affecting their form.
Yeah, Jenny didn't look good coming in today. He didn't do anything coming in today. He
didn't.
Everything.
No, he didn't.
Now, Mauricio, I want to drop this question.
I think Kenda has been more impressive.
Yes.
If you're going to compare the two, I think that Kenda has been the more impressive of the two. But there have also been several games where Kenda's been quiet.
Could be either or. Right now, Mauricio, I want to drop this question on you, and I want to go and take my cake out of the oven because it's time now. I gotta take it out of the oven. So in Benfica, Enzo and Richie, it seems like when one of the two gets the upper hand, the other one doesn't raise to the occasion. Answer that question. I'll be back. Come on.
Well, listen, Rios needs to be the guy, and I feel like he's just not being the guy yet. I don't know if he's just not feeling comfortable in the system, especially being Mourinho, and now you just change systems from one coach to the other. But I feel like they expect more from Rios than what they're getting. They expected more offensively. I feel like he's a steady midfielder. He's got those qualities like Humelin and stuff, but I feel like they expect more offensively, like they did with Palmeiras, and I feel like he's just not getting that because I feel like players like Sudakov and maybe Barenjea are getting a little bit in the way because I feel like their game is not complementing each other. Just like how right now, Porto's midfield, Varela and Fromholt are complementing each other. Varela's the stay at home center midfielder, and Fromholt's going up front, trying to make the extra man in the box every time. For the forwards and stuff, where you have on Spark,
you need that.
It's João Simões and Humelin. It's like they're attached to the hip. They know where each one's going to be. One little pass in the midfield to open up the little gaps here and there, stuff like that. Even when Morita comes in, they know what they have to do. I feel like these three guys, Barenjea, Sudakov, and Rios, still have to figure that out. I feel like once they do, Benfica will get more opportunities offensively going. And I feel like that's what's holding them back. I don't know if it's Mourinho with the system, because now you're going back and forth. Like in Champions League, you're telling them to stay home. You know what I mean? I want to secure this point. Let's do what we can to do that counterattack When we get a chance, let's try to get that chance.
Yep.
And then you play a team like Tondela and Roca, you're like, yo, forget about sitting back. We got to create more chances. They're the ones sitting back now. So I don't know if it's the back and forth or just change of the system. But like I was telling Derek, they expect more from Rios offensively, and they just haven't got it yet. And I feel like Sudakov and Berencheya,
it's 30 million euros.
They're getting in each other's way offensively, and I feel like that's where the chaos is creating. And that's why I feel like once Barreiro comes in the game, I feel like it's better for Rios when he took out Sudakov because it gives Rios more freedom. Because Barreira and then Berencheya will stay at home more. So I feel like once Mourinho figures that out, it's better for them. But like Derek said earlier in our podcast before, how are you going to sit a $20 million forward, Ivanovic, on the bench? How are you going to sit Sudakov, who you paid almost $30 million for, on a bench? You got to find time for these guys. But if they're not gelling, listen, that's not on the coach. That's on your administration who paid and got the guys. You got to make it work. But right now, I think Mourinho's still trying to figure that out, the midfield. I think he's got, Pavlidis, Luka Bakayu, Prestiani, the defense. I think everything is set. Once he gets that triangle in the middle that's important to him, I think he's good to go. Because Mourinho in his system, he always has those trusted midfielders. Like in Chelsea, he had Essien. You know what I mean? Right. He had those players in Real Madrid. He had Xabi Alonso in the middle and stuff and things like that. He always has that one midfielder. In Porto, he had, those players right in there. He had Costinha and stuff.
Costinha and Manish.
Manish. Once he gets those trusted midfielders that he requires in his system, then it's an all go because he needs just that one stud forward up top, and I think his system will go better.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Now talking about the we mentioned the flaws in Porto. They're showing up now, and I think the most critical ones were the outside channels, right? With Alberto Costa and Paco Moura. The actually not them, but the combination with Pepe and Moura and Will and Alberto, they were leaving spaces in between them that were not covered. They got a lot of ground untouched, a lot of ground where Braga was coming in there with long balls, with transitions, and they were always finding, especially on the left wing, right wing for Porto, with Alberto Costa going up and then not getting in sync with Will Gomez. Is that probably the biggest flaw that you guys noticed, or you noticed something else, Derek?
I think if we're talking about this last game, it just seemed that Braga's coach, it was a tactical masterclass. It really was a tactical masterclass. He was
in the video.
It just seemed like he was able to exploit things that teams thus far have not been able to. Getting into those spaces. I thought again. I hate saying this, but I thought João Moutinho was excellent. In that game, he's sort of like one of those guys. We already mentioned Gorby, and also Victor G. These guys were able to exploit those spaces. I just think that Braga's coach or whatever had dissected Porto's game, and he had set up sort of a tactical masterclass to counteract them, and they were just very unlucky to not come away with anything in this game. But hopefully this is a blueprint to show how you can play against these guys, where there's some weaknesses, where there's some cracks. And again, this is it's exciting for a Sporting fan because it wasn't looking too good a few weeks ago. Now there's an opening. There's an opening here. Let's see. Yeah, let's see where this goes.
Mauricio, what else do you see in that Porto side aside of the win
Braga?
match?
I thought besides Gorby, Dorgelis they were perfect at that game, both of them. I thought they had an outstanding game.
Dorgelis was excellent there too.
Yeah,
right?
And I think they found out that Moura and Alberto Costa started pinching a little bit too high to try to create numbers on that when they tried to move up with Fromhold in the midfield, and I think they were getting caught. I think Salazar was starting to sneak behind in those open spaces, and Dorgelis and Gorby were finding him and Orta in that open space. Like there is a reason why, Braga started those two guys on the outside because they figured out with their system and everything. Like Derek is saying, he saw the tape and he's like, you know what? I'm going to place those guys on the outside, put Gorby in the middle, Dorgelis. Try to play those open spaces. When you see them pinch up, try to get them with a little chip, a little long ball over there, and then let's pinch them in. And I think that's what they started to do. Your boy, even Fran Navarro, I don't know how he missed that chance in front of the net. I don't know why he didn't use his left foot, but he missed it.
I don't know.
But Horta played a beautiful chip over. I think it was Bednarek's head. I think it was Bednarek's head. He played a beautiful chip over it, and he just missed it. But they found something. And like Derek said, now with Europe, you can see their legs. They're starting to catch up to them from that high press.
And the Europa League is tough too because you got to play on Thursday.
Press that they played and everything. Because now Porto, their next game is already Thursday, and they have to travel to Holland. Well, after Thursday, 3 days later, they got to go to Famalicão. So, like Derek said, Europe is going to start catching up to them and everything like that. But I think where you can get Porto is right there on a little counter. Once you can get the ball away from midfield and play those little pockets behind Moura and Alberto Costa, I think that's where you go because you got those two studs in the middle. But if you can get pinch and get that outside and maybe do a cutback on those two guys in the middle, I feel like there's open range space right there. And I feel like that's where Porto needs to watch out a little bit because like Derek's saying, eventually tape comes out on you. People start picking up things and your tendencies and things like that. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah. Again, we'll see how this plays out. But I think you get the 3-0s and the 4-0s are going to be fewer and far between.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel that game against Alberca shouldn't be probably 5-4-6-0? It's just not 2 only because you guys shot a lot, man. You got almost 30 shots for Alberca, man.
Yeah.
It was almost unfair, man. It was almost unfair.
Yeah. It's and in the game before that, the one with the Tondela game, where I think we had 29 shots, but you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is in the modern day game playing against a fellow first division team to get 15 shots on target. You don't really see that too often.
No,
15 shots on target.
Yeah,
again, it's a psychological thing. It's confidence. I just think after the post Marseille game, you've seen Sporting, play with different swagger. They're playing with more intensity. They're playing more vertical. Guys are getting out wide and they're causing all kinds of havoc. Trincão is back, thank God. Pot has been on top form. Pot was sensational. Pot was great against Alberta.
Yeah. The last 2 games has been great.
For me,
I thought Pot was great today too.
Yeah, he was. He was good.
I thought Pot today, and I think Trincão played a solid game today too. So
yeah,
and I talked about this since week 1. When those guys are playing well, Sporting usually goes the way of those 2 guys. They're the ones that they set the table for Sporting. So having those guys back playing at top form is critical. I'll say one thing, I don't think it really matters when Nunito comes back. You're not taking that spot away from Maxi. Maxi has been sensational. Let's not forget how great he's been.
How many months has been for Nuno Santos already since that
12?
12.
He's been out for 12 months. Yeah. I read something just a few days ago that it marked the 1-year anniversary of the injury. It looks like he's close to coming back.
7 months for that kind of injury. 7-8 months, so you should
months.
be back.
It's been 12 months.
Derek's right. He should be back. I think he's going this week. He's on the field already this week.
Yeah, so he should be back. But it's just you're not taking that left back spot away. Maybe
it's
they'll
going to take a while. He's
going
to be from the bench. But he's also very good when he comes off the bench too.
I think we have to ease his way in. I think his for me, Nunito's value is in the locker room. That can't be understated. I mean, he's just one of those guys that gets everybody's mood up. He agitates the waters. He's just one of those guys, that everyone looks to. He's sort of like he's sort of like bad boy captain material kind of. But yeah, no, I think he's going to provide us. He's going to be an uplifting guy. He's going to help our morale, I think, being around, and we're going to ease him. We'll ease him back in. He's a very good player. But I mean, that starting spot is locked down. I think we have our left back.
Right.
And that's Maxi. Too bad he doesn't play on the right side because there's a lot more question marks on the right side.
Yes. And I was never a fan of that guy. I was never a fan of that Vaginitis, and I still.
He was terrible today.
He's been terrible. I've never missed Fresneda so much in my life.
I mean, we've been trying. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing is we've been trying to get somebody to replace Fresneda, but we have to keep on going back to Fresneda.
Oh, so I got a phone call, man. Hold on a second. Is that Pedrito Porro? Pedro Porro, you coming back?
Yeah, let's get him.
No, you know what the problem is that we had other right backs to go get, and Sporting never pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Like, you had rumors with Didic. We didn't want to pay the 10 million. Benfica did. He's a good back. The Alberto Costa, you didn't want to give 18 million. Porto gets in, sneaks in and gets him. But instead, you settle for this guy for 15 million.
It wasn't that much of a. I mean, it was 12.5 million euros.
Yeah, right. And
he wasn't cheap.
I'd rather have kept the guy we loaned out to Moreirense, who's playing good soccer, Travassos, who's playing good soccer over there for a second year in a row on loan. I'd rather have kept him.
I got my guy, right? I got my guy from Casapia.
Yeah, listen,
I'd rather have him. Right now, Fresneda's hurt, so he's going to get his chances, but I don't think that this guy is the guy, from what I've seen so far.
I hope Quaresma gets more chances on that right side because I'd rather see him there than this guy. I thought Quaresma.
I understand. It's very telling what's going on with Quaresma. I don't think Rui Borges has a lot of confidence in this guy.
No, I don't either.
I just don't think so. Yeah, and this Kochashvili, he's done.
Yeah, Simões.
Yeah, I mean, he had his chance. Morita got hurt, and he was the next guy up. And he did not make the most of his chance. So now it's Simões who is now taking that spot because Morita hasn't been that great either. I think that he's been his form is in doubt. I mean, I think it's questionable. But I think he's the next guy, and then Kochashvili's the third guy. He's the third stringer. I mean, I think he's out.
But me and Derek have always said this. Every time Morita goes out, he comes back hurt. And
comes back hurt.
We just can't afford that anymore.
I know. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Don't let it go, man. Don't let it go. You got international call up. You're not going, brother. You're not going. Thing.
Yeah.
I mean, your team is already qualified to the World Cup, so who cares, brother? All right.
Yeah.
Japan's in the World Cup. They got their first.
So Simões has made the most of his opportunities.
Right.
And he's played himself onto the team. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go to the other side of the circular to talk about this right back position because now Mr. Special One has decided to use Ragnar in there.
I hate that.
Here we go.
Hate that.
So what's the situation? So you have Ragnar in there, which is not a right back. You got Tommy Araujo playing center back, which he's not a center back. He's a right back. And what's going on in there? And Mauricio, talk to me, brother.
Listen, it goes back to even the prior coaches when they were using Arsenis as right back, and even Mikey would be annoyed. He's better in the midfield. Stop moving him all the way around.
I know.
Yeah.
Which is again, that's what they're doing now. But I get it. Didic is hurt. He's still hurt. They still don't have Ba. Ba's still going over that injury, that surgery, and everything he had. They don't have him back. Araujo is a center back, but right now he's with Antonio Silva, who, by any way, Antonio Silva's had a pretty good year. Compared to last year, he's actually been okay this year, in my opinion, compared to last year. I still think Araujo is a better player than Silva. I do believe that. I think he's a better center back than Silva. I always did. But this right back thing for them, Mike is going to pull his hair out. Like, It's been going on for years now. Mikey's been screaming for a right back for the last
I'm
couple of years
telling
on our
you.
podcast. And
Well,
now
they tried.
Didic gets
They
hurt,
tried. I mean,
and
at
now
least
you got Arsenis playing there. And the thing is, I don't know why, if they don't have anyone on the B team that can't come up, or I don't know what it is, what they're going to do. The thing is, are you just going to start just pumping money just on one position? You already did that for Didic. Are you going to do that again? So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they don't. I don't know. Arsenis is going to have to be there until Didic gets back, because right now, I don't know who else you put there. Do you try a Barreiro? Do you try him
No,
at right
no, no,
back?
no, no, no.
That's the thing. Right now, what are you going to do? Just start experimenting stuff? No.
No.
So Arsenis has played there before. You don't want him to play there, but I think they're waiting for
Yeah,
Didic
but
to
he's
get
played there
back.
before, so I think that's why they're opting.
The thing is,
Yeah,
you have to put all three players on the 11 every time. You know, you got Barrenechea, Rios, and Arsenis, right? So sometimes Barrenechea is not that good. Just put Arsenis in there. You know, start Arsenis instead of Rios, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But Mourinho also doesn't. Mourinho doesn't play. He doesn't play a 3-back system. He has the 4 back, so it's not like he can rest a right back. He doesn't play that system. He never has, never will. So he needs a right back. I don't know. Derek, I haven't heard anything on Ba. I don't know when he's supposed to come back. I'm also not big on the Benfica news, but I would think he's coming back. Yeah, I think he had the same type of injury like Nuno did. So who knows when he's coming back? So
those are tough. It's been really, really tough.
It's been more than a year.
Now that you mentioned Alexito Ba, you read that thing, brother?
I saw that.
His father, brother. His father reached out to me, brother. Huh? You know,
it's really neat.
You know, I read all the comments when I'm doing the.
Let's get him on the show.
And I want to try. You know, why not? Why not?
I know.
I want to ask him. I want to ask him. That'd be nice, right?
That'd be super
Denmark
cool.
now.
Yeah,
probably, I don't know. Come on, one night of the you can go to sleep late one night.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
try.
You
can talk to us about his son's journey and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So I want to ask him, hey, how's Alexito doing? You know, give me some insights. Yeah, I want to ask him that. But it was so nice because he sent me a big text, right? I was like, really? Thank you. And then after the game, I read the thing. Oh shit, it's his father. What, brother?
That's freaking cool.
That's so cool. You know, I was so excited. Yeah. That was so cool, man. That was so cool. He was so nice. You can tell that he raised his son well. You know, it's a good guy. But that was special. And special is the season for my Gilistas. Now I want to talk about my team. I want to talk about my team now. All right, it's my time now to shine here on these things. I'm telling you, it's Barcelos has a special energy, man. I believe that. They every time that I call games against Porto, against Benfica, against Sporting, any of the big teams that were coming to the Ciudad de Barcelos, this is a team that shows character. This is a team that now they have a leader on the bench, Mr. Peixoto, that he's moving the pieces in the right places. He's not. He doesn't make weird substitutions. He reads the game well, and he uses the players in the natural positions. And I said this during the broadcast, right, Mauricio? You heard me saying that we haven't talked about this, but Jim Vicente produces wingers, good wingers like Samilino, Felix Correa.
Yeah.
Now in Lille, you got now this guy. I forgot his name. Jesus Lord. This is. I forgot his name. Jesus. Murillo. You got super agent Murillo now. You got the kid, the Uruguayan kid, Martin Fernandez. It's they know. It seems like the scouting department. They know how to identify the key elements to play wingers and make them dangerous, man. Make them dangerous, and it's not an easy thing to do, brother. Because you can go ahead like Benfica going and getting wingers from everywhere else, and they don't produce. These guys produce on the pitch. These guys produce on the pitch. And Mauricio, what do you get out of this game? It wasn't spectacular. It was just like a flat game, incredible. They gave away the possession big time. It was 60-something% or so. I don't know. And they ended up winning the game. But what do you think about this game, Mauricio?
Yeah,
On
it was a hard game for them. It's Juvicent came out strong, in the beginning, and then Santa Clara, once they came in, I think it took them about it took them like 27 minutes before Santa Clara got a shot on net, something like that. So Juvicent started off real good at home. They wanted to come out real quick, and they did. Their goal was very impressive by Pablo. That cross from Joelson Fernandez was just spot on. It was a killer. Yeah, the Sporting little kid.
And Felix Correa was Sporting too.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
It was just a nice cross. It was right. Yeah. Like I don't think Pablo even jumped. It went right to his head. It was a real goal. The second half, I was a little disappointed in Gil Vicente. They sat back and they were trying to hold the result. Santa Clara came out a little bit more on top of them in the second half. But listen, they did what they were supposed to do. They won the game. And at home, like you said, Barcelos, it's a special place. They have not lost a game. I think the only one that beat them, if I'm wrong, is Porto. Porto's the only one that beat them there.
They haven't conceded a single goal in 6 games, man.
Yeah, so you know what you're getting into when you go over there. But listen, I'm gonna just warn Gil Vicente now. You better hold on to this coach. Good luck trying to. What he's doing over there and what he did last year. Yeah. Derek's already said it before. I've said it before. He's a good coach. And listen, Gil Vicente, they have to keep him there. But listen, they're on a good run. I've been impressed with their defense. I think those guys in the middle, I think it's Boatu and Ilempi. I could be saying their names wrong. Yeah, they're real solid. I feel like once they see a ball in the air, they're like, that's my ball. Like they don't let anything bounce or fall in the area, which is, that's what you have to do. They're really solid defensively. And we've said that since the beginning. If you're solid defensively, it's with Santa Clara. Last year, they were 5th or whatever because defensively, they were in the top 5, top 4 in the league. And that's what you have to do against these other. If you're defensively strong and then you can find your way offensively like they're doing, Gil Vicente, you're going to be fine. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah. The key is not to concede. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's another. Now you mentioned keeping Peixoto. There's another coach that left too, right? Joe Pereira.
Too bad.
Got
there was a point where they were playing some really good football.
That's 6 coaches already. Is that 6? Am I right?
Yeah, it's a pretty typical year. In Liga Portugal. It's pretty common.
It happens, brother. Everybody loses their job every other week, man.
It's just the way it is. Yeah. It's pretty common.
And then he's like, man.
They're trying to get
the. I think that there was a point last year where Casapia was playing really good football.
Yes.
He had them playing really good. He just couldn't keep the magic alive.
Right now, Casapia is in the relegation playoff. That's not where they should be. I'm sorry, they shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But
they're a better team than that.
They are, but right now things are not looking good, man. Things are not looking good. What's coming now? Benfica. Sporting already played today. Porto plays on Thursday.
Benfica plays tomorrow.
Benfica's tomorrow against Leverkusen. Yeah. So Braga would have to play Thursday as well
tomorrow. But that's a home game, right? The Benfica.
Yes, they're home. Yeah.
Benfica's home and Porto's away, right?
Porto's away, Braga's at home.
Who's Braga playing?
Braga's playing the Belgian team, Genk.
Okay, yeah, you never know with those guys. I'm sure they're good at defending.
Listen, Braga's already, I think they're second place, first place in Europe?
Yeah. I think that's only been wins.
They did. Do you remember last year's run? They went undefeated for a long time too. Was it Braga?
Yeah,
no, was Vitoria, right? Was Vitoria?
I want Porto and Braga to win. Let's keep them playing every Thursday. Every Thursday, because then you lose points on Sunday.
Right. yes. Let it roll, man. Give me the away games. Give me those games in freaking, I don't know, in Moscow.
Go to Istanbul or whatever. I don't know.
Go to Istanbul. Back-to-back weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Insane, guys. Guys, let's do this. Let's who want to pull up the upcoming games the next week, so we can do the predictions.
I got them right.
You got
here.
it?
Yeah.
Because you know I'm gonna mess up, and I don't want to mess up.
No, I got it right here.
You got it? All right. Let's go with the predictions, guys. Let's go predictions time here on. I was gonna say on Gold TV, man. I got my thing.
We're on TV again.
Gold TV, brother. All right, Mauricio. Go ahead, brother. What's first?
We got
game?
Estoril versus Roca.
Yikes!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got that game. I got that game. And they moved it half an hour earlier. I'm so glad because, and then my beloved Universitario plays nighttime here in Peru. Hopefully there goes, man, because I'm calling that game. All right, 2-2. Give me a 2-2 game on that one. Gomez.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Estoril.
Oh man, don't say that, brother.
I'm sorry.
Mauricio.
You only get to sing once, yeah.
if Roy was here, he would say 5-0 Roca.
I know. 5-0 Aruca.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Estoril.
2-1 Estoril. All right. I got it. I like it. All right, what's next?
We got Alverca versus Rio Ave.
Clayton's gonna get that goal winning. 1-0 Rio. Derek?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Rio Ave. I think they win this game.
Rio Ave. All right. Mauricio?
I agree with Derek. I like 2-1 Rio Ave.
2-1 Rio Ave with a break from Clayton. That's it. All right.
I agree.
What's next?
We got Tondela versus Vitória, the Guimarães.
Oh.
Okay.
It's the old coach playing Tondela. He's from there. That's his old team.
Payback time, brother. Let's go, Vitória. 2-1 Tondela. I'm sorry, Tondela. It looks like you're not gonna take.
Yeah.
You're gonna survive another
I don't think Tondela's
year. It's gonna be a one and done again.
I think them and AVS.
2-1 Vitória.
Yeah, I agree with Derek. Them and AVS.
It's going to be hard for those two.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go Vitória Guimarães. I think they're going to win 2-1.
2-1, Mauricio.
2-1 for Vitória. I think Vitória wins. Tondela's in trouble. Yeah.
I'll go 3-1 Vitória.
3-1 Vitória. All right. What's next?
We have Santa Clara versus Sporting over there in the island.
Oh, I hate playing there.
I know. Their field stinks.
Yeah.
Let's cross our fingers for the weather. All right. Nothing.
We'll save Derek.
There.
We'll save Derek for last.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2-1 with a late goal from Lucho.
All
2-1
right.
late goal from Lucho. But late goal, huh? Mauricio?
I'm gonna go 2-0 Sporting.
2-0 Sporting. All right. Gomez.
I'm actually with Mauricio right now. It's going to be 2-0 Sporting. I mean, I like the trajectory Sporting's on right now.
Okay.
They're going to be upbeat after getting a tie in Turin. So I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's next, Mauricio?
AVS versus Gilistas.
Oh, there you go. Keep the winning streak alive.
Yeah, there you go.
No, bro. You know. 3-1, Majolistas. Gomez, what do you say?
I'm going to go 2-0 Gil Vicente.
All right. Mauricio?
I actually agree with Derek. 2-0 Gil Vicente.
Oh, the forces with the Gilistas.
7 in a row.
What's next, Mauricio?
Estrela Amadora Nacional.
Man, crap. -1.
I know, right? It's bad.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a nail draw on that one, man. Nail draw on that one. Yeah. Gomez.
I'll go 1-1.
1-1. Yeah. Okay.
Go on there, yeah.
I was gonna say that, but we a little bit less optimistic on that one. So I said nothing. Mauricio.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
Oh, goals. Okay.
It's going to be a
Yes.
draw. It's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw. Yeah.
It's going to be a draw. Doesn't matter the numbers. It's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw.
Right.
What next?
So we have Famalicão versus Porto.
And that game, man.
That should be a good game. It should
In
be.
Famalicão. Yes. Remember, they're coming off 3 days rest. They play Thursday.
Yeah.
In Holland.
Gustavito Sa will bring the magic. And I'm going to say 2-1 because I don't think Porto's going to walk out scoring. But 2-1 Fama. I think it's the first. 2-1 Fama. I'll say 2-1 Fama on this one. Yeah. Gomez?
I think it's gonna be 2-1 the other way. But it's gonna be hard, and they're gonna have to gut it out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think they're just gonna have to gut it out. I mean, it's gonna be like the last couple of games. It's not gonna be pretty, but they'll find a way. I think.
So they find a way, huh? You think they'll find a way?
I think they will. I think they will. At least something
you
could be.
You hate it for that. You hate it because you know they find.
I hate it, and I just feel it like they're gonna find a way, and then I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah. The Monday Night game just broke my heart.
Yeah,
I know.
I was listening on the radio, yeah. And I'm driving with my son, and it was like getting to the 98th minute, and I'm like, "You're gonna hear it soon, okay, Jack? You're gonna hear it in a couple of minutes, and then go." I knew it was coming. I fucking knew it was coming.
No way. For me, it was awesome because I love late goals. But,
yeah.
What about you, Mauricio?
Like Derek, I feel like they're gonna get a late one. They're gonna gut it out, and I feel like they're gonna win Porto 1-0. I feel like it's gonna be a struggle, and I do think it's gonna
be a struggle. I think they're really gonna have to gut this one out.
Yeah, I think so too.
We'll see. Guys, by the way, do you like my look at this? Hold on.
I like it.
Cool. Really cool.
Look at that. It's nice. All right. And also on the other side.
Yeah.
You got to get.
Yeah, I thought they're gonna. Yeah.
It's mine, bro. My team. All right. So what's next, Mauricio?
We have Benfica, Casapia.
Oh, jeez.
Poor Casapia.
Poor Casapia.
That's not gonna be good. No.
No. I think
4-0 Benfica. 4-0.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 3-0.
I'm with Derek. I was thinking 3-0 too.
Yeah, it's
3-0.
I'll say 4. I'm saying 4 in this one. Yeah.
It could be 4.
Giannis will score in that game.
Yeah.
In that game, I'm telling you that one, man.
Yeah. Two penalties, Pavlidis.
2 penalties and 2 red cards. Huh?
He's gonna get like 29 goals. 21 is gonna be penalties.
Oh my! What else you got, Mauricio?
All right, last one: Sporting Braga, Moreirense.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice little game. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good game, and Braga's bouncing back, man. And
they are. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3-1 Braga on this one. You know what? 3-2. Make it more exciting. 3-2. I had a 3-2 game in a while, man. Hopefully this is the one.
3-2s are fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. I think it's gonna be 2-1 for Braga.
2-1 Braga. All right, Mauricio.
Yeah, I'll go. I was thinking 2-0 Braga.
All right. Yeah. That's good. That was the last one.
That was the last one.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here tonight.
Awesome.
I appreciate all the people that login for the show, and I will see you next week. We'll see round 11, brother. Round 11 is coming. And I was gonna say good luck to Benfica, but guys, you're not gonna join me on that one. But I want to say good luck to Benfica. I good luck to Porto also on Thursday.
I'm not gonna join you on that one. Nope.
You're not those guys. I know. I'll see you next week, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, take it easy.
All right, see you guys.